Yo, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another splendiferous Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent Man. It is a Victory Monday. We coming to you a little late. It just rained like 10,000 mother effers in Jersey. It was raining like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Took me a little longer to get settled, but I'm settled. We ready to rock and roll. Everybody is excited. We got almost 100. We have 103 in the room already. Thank you. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this thing out. We're not on Twitter today. We are just on YouTube today. I probably should already be on Twitter, but you know what? It's okay. It's all right. Well, so, guys, listen. There's a lot of things that have come out today about this Raider game. You know what I mean? There are a lot of people that are eating crow today. There are a lot of pundits who picked against us, right? And to be honest with you, I named a lot of them yesterday, and I want to tell every single one of them, right? From a week in and week out basis, you can pick or you can be wrong, right? But if you have the media at a 90% clip picking against the Raiders and not giving us a chance, and you see that there's a bias out there against the Raiders, right? And I love it, man. I love the fact that we're underdogs. And I love the fact that a lot of the things that Jimmy Garoppolo has been faulted for, he kind of has come out and answered the bell week one. Now, what I noticed about Jimmy Garoppolo is one, and we're going to get grades out. I give Jimmy Garoppolo for yesterday's performance an A. And then not because Jimmy Garoppolo threw for 500 yards and he threw for freaking, 6 touchdowns. The fact that Jimmy Garoppolo did everything that the previous guy here did not do. And he extended plays. Jimmy Garoppolo took off and ran 9 times yesterday, right? In Derek Carr's career, he has never ran the football 9 times in a game. And those runs are what extended drives, and that is the reason we were able to eke out a game like that. That game was excellent to me, not because we didn't blow them out. It's because they found a way to win. That is the way you win going forward in the National Football League, man. But before I get started cooking, man, let me give my shout outs and salutations to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody here. Raider Reborn. We're gonna get into that. Wasted. Don't look at Jalen Carter's PFF score for this week. It'll make you throw up. You know what? I'm over it, man. We got Tyree Wilson. We have to wrap our arms around Tyree Wilson. We gotta help that Tyree Wilson is a lot better than he looked yesterday. It's only his first game. I'm not gonna make a huge deal about it. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but sometimes that happens from time to time with me. You know what I mean? Especially because you guys know the way I felt about, the Raiders not taking Jalen Carter. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't. He's an Eagle now. F him. He's not with us. We have to wrap our arms around Tyree Wilson. Let's hope that he can be the kind of player that we need on his defense. But there are different ways to feature his skill set, man. So I have all is not lost right now. We got over 200 in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. My guy Strike Through the Counter. My guy Kier. Harnish the Time Traveler. Patrick B. My dog Alfredo Olivia. Good win. I like the way we never let them touch the ball in the end. That is a fact. That is another thing that I'm going to dispel for people who call our coach stupid. That was masterful clock management and strategy. There hasn't been a game that's been ended like that in years for the Raiders. Beautiful, man. My guy, Franklin, high stakes, Planet Raiders, Skinner. Franklin Skinner is a writer for Planet Raiders. I mean, the guy is an animal. He will be writing something later this week. Shout out to my guy, Super Mario's Universe 37. I just put 25 on the Raiders to win at plus 350. I also put 100 on them to cover 9.5. Let's go Raiders. My guy, Randy, a win is a win. On the road in the division is big no matter how it look. Raider Nation for life. Randy, shout out to my guy, Randy, too. That's a fact, Randy. Look, road wins in your division are not growing on trees. They're very, very hard to come by, man. That's why, listen, I will never sit up here and argue and nitpick about a damn win, man. To me, that's so backwards. My guy, Hug, man. He did take a couple of days off, but all he needs is time to put in the job. Oh, okay. All right. Hug, I didn't see what you were talking about. I got to see what we're talking about. Here's what I saw. If Tyree Wilson is in a 4-point stance or he's in the half-point stance, 2.5 steps late off the hike of the ball, standing up, he's much more sudden. Hug, appreciate that, bro. I haven't seen him stand up. Have not seen him stand up yet. I got to check it out. My guy, Alonzo McGuire, Paul Edgerton, One Up, Brute Warrior, Dave Maxfield, Clint Westwood, Bobby H., Brandon Oliver, Raider Nomad, Space Beast. My guy, yo, do me a favor too, man. Make sure y'all pay y'all bar tabs too. It's almost 300 of y'all in the room. So look, man, let's get cooking, right? We're going to give out some grades, man. We are going to give out some grades. I'm going to give what I got wrong, you know what I'm saying, about that game. But we are definitely going to give out some grades. Divine Diablo, to me, was the MVP of the defense yesterday, man, and not Max Crosby. It's Divine Diablo. Divine Diablo had a PFF coverage grade of over 90. Divine Diablo played terrific yesterday. Terrific, man. And the thing is that, everybody's been bagging on the linebacking core and saying, where are our linebackers? Where are our linebackers? Well, guys, it looks like we got one with Divine Diablo, man. He played phenomenal. He was actually covering better than our safeties were. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I am I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm very, 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 very I'm kind of worried about our safety room. It's not good for your safeties to get beat in the back in the end zone like that. And we spoke about this yesterday, but it's not good, man. I expected a lot more from Trayvon Merring. I hope that they play better next week because we're going to have a tall order going into Buffalo. We're going to get into that a little later this week. But let me get in the chats, man. Raider Nomad, Spillane, honorable mention. That's a damn fact. Robert Spillane was laying the wood out there. Yo, the thing I noticed the most was the tackling. Our tackling was excellent yesterday, man. We had some freaking game-saving tackles yesterday, man. The tackling was excellent. The coverage from the linebackers was a lot better than I anticipated, man. Guys were playing ball. Raider Tiger. Epps did force a fumble, but we were holding to some ish somewhere else. Yeah, that's a fact, man. Yo, Epps, listen, he punched the ball out. That was dope, but I'm just talking about in coverage. That's always been the problem. And the reason why I harp on coverage is because of the division that we play in, man. We have to cover a guy like Travis Kelce. A lot of times the responsibility for covering a Travis Kelce, it depends on where he is in his zone, falls on one of the safeties or falls on one of our linebackers. And we got to get that together in a real way. We expect to beat the Chiefs. James Bay. I like the way Spillane and Diablo played. One covered well. The other one brought the hat when they had him coming downhill. James Bay, that's a fact, man. Shout out to you, bro. And that was pretty much the way Patrick Graham has this defense designed. The only problem with Patrick Graham's defense, as I see it, is that they don't attack enough. It's more of a bend, don't break kind of a scheme, and I would have expected for them to attack a little bit more. I understand, Russell Wilson isn't the running threat that he used to be, but he is sudden and he's dangerous and he can get out there and kind of break the defense down. So they had him being spied the whole time, man. Has there been any update on he has been put in the concussion protocol. Now, guys, let me get into this really quickly, man. The hit on Jakobi Meyers, and if we're giving out grades, Jakobi Meyers gets an A++. Jakobi Meyers played phenomenal yesterday. And it is very, very sad that we're going to probably go into the Buffalo game without Jakobi Meyers because Jakobi Meyers really got hit by a dirty hit. I had to look at it again. Old man wasted kind of got caught in 1993 yesterday. And I was looking, I said, man, I don't know if that, that wouldn't have been a dirty hit back in 1993. I looked at it from a different angle. Dude definitely led with his helmet. He definitely did it on purpose. This is something that's par for the course with Sean Payton teams. And we're going to have to keep an eye out for them being a dirty football team going forward. Sean Payton is the head coach of Bounty Gate who threw his stone and hit his hands. He let Greg Williams take the fall for all of that. But that is a mentality that Sean Payton is looking for in his defensive coordinators. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. You see that dirty hit on Jimmy Garoppolo where they were targeting him and launching with their head. I think that Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos are becoming a freaking really dirty team, and I don't like it. And we need to watch out for that towards the end of the season. But we got our first super chat today. My guy, Raider Prophet. Shout out to you. Thank you for the $4.99 super, man. Jimmy G shook off all those hits. No fear in his eyes. Concerned, Third and Renfro has 0 targets. Do you agree that's our best starting O-line? Look, to be honest with you, man, I noticed a few things that we're going to get into that where we're giving out grades. So just hold off on that. But look, is it our best starting O-line? No. I really believe that their Mumford should be at right tackle, and I think Jermaine Illuminor should be at guard. And to be honest with you, and I know a lot of people don't agree with this, Dylan Parham was the weak link on our offensive line yesterday. He was getting dog walked yesterday. I hope he gets a little stronger and a little better, but he was not looking great to me, man. My guy Fredo, our defense will keep us in games, bend but don't break. They made plays when needed, but can we stop with the damn penalties? And that is where I am going to give our Raiders special teams a D. Our Raiders special team got a D because, listen, AJ Cole, and Daniel Carson are a part of that special teams unit. But, man, Luke Masterson, man, come on, Luke. Come on. You got to get your head out of your ass, man. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous, man. My guy, Top Beats. Diablo was the player who impressed me the most. He's only going to get better. Also, Kuntz stepped up just like I thought he would. That's a fact. Guys, the one thing I'm wondering about, why they have Malcolm Kuntz on a pitch count. Like, Malcolm Kuntz should be out there 90% of the time. Anytime we got any pressure yesterday is when Malcolm Kuntz was on the field. I don't understand it, man. I mean, I think one of the things Patrick Graham needs to start looking into investing in, I watched a little bit of the Dallas New York Giant game, and what I noticed about the way the Dallas Cowboys use Micah Parsons as opposed to the way the Raiders use Max Crosby is they move Micah Parsons around that defense a lot. Crosby gets moved from side to side, but he doesn't get moved as much as Micah Parsons, and it looks like they get him in favorable matchups so he could be one-on-one to be blocked one-on-one. I think the Raiders are going to have to start looking into that more with, Max Crosby. Now, keep in mind, Micah Parsons does have DeMarcus Lawrence and Mozzie Smith on that defensive line with him. So it is imperative that we get somebody else to be a threat on the defensive line, man. My guy Loon, man. Shout out to Loon, bro. Called that Dallas game, too. Oh, man, the Cowboys are looking great, Loon. Shout out to you. Congratulations to you and your team, man. Waste it. Sounds to me that the Raiders need to reach deep into that old school Raiders mentality and Sean Payton and the Broncos what dirty really looks like. Yeah, man, that's a fact. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, man. The days of the Renegade Raiders, as far as this regime, we're more of a corporate version of that. But I would love for us to be what we used to be, man. I tell you what, man, because I don't like what was going on with the Denver Broncos, man. I do not like it. My guy, Dubzilla, Robert Cisneros, the man himself, the resident meathead of Raider Nation, as my guy Hammer would say. I think Tyree wasn't ready for that Denver air. I think he would show up in Buffalo. Bro, I don't necessarily know if it's the Denver air. This guy hasn't taken too many snaps since last November, bro. He's really getting most of his live bullets in an NFL game against NFL starters. So I just think when he adjusts to the speed and the strength of the guys on the other side, I think he will improve. But we got to wait and see. I'm not going to condemn the guy. After the game, the emotions were running high, but now I'm a little more pragmatic and in my right mind. I have to give Tyree Wilson a chance to develop so I don't be up here dogging him out. You know what I'm saying? My guy, Julian Cardenas, thank you for the $5 super. I love seeing Jimmy not wanting to exit the game after the hit and running to get back. And I love seeing that too, man. It showed a lot of moxie, man. Listen, Jimmy Garoppolo, if he's nothing else, right? He is a leader. He is tough. He has guts. The only thing I notice is they have to get some chemistry between him and Devontae Adams, on the outside of the hash marks. Devontae Adams is a guy, man, where if you throw that ball deep to him, he's going to be there. Jimmy Garoppolo kind of looks like he's lost a bit of arm strength, man. He doesn't look like he's willing to put that ball up in the air. Small, what up? I say we need one more defensive end. Trade for Chase Young. Bro, nobody is trading as Chase Young, bro. Chase Young is an animal, bro. Not trading that guy to us, bro. Yeah, not trading him, man. You know what I mean? And believe you me, the Redskins are gonna go out there, or the Washington football team are gonna go out there. They're gonna re-sign that guy, bro. Jimmy definitely shut me up. I will say that. I'll give him his flowers. My guy, Gunsmoke GG. Well, they talk about Tyree. We won't get back to the Tyree talk. I'm trying to rate it. Russell Wilson wasn't giving any of our D-line time to get to him. He was getting the ball out quick. I believe he only missed one throw out of the 12 in the first half. Yeah, Russell Wilson was cooking, man. So you got to understand something. Sean Payton comes from the old school. Sean Payton runs a lot of West Coast offense concepts. A lot of short throws. Instead of running the football, they use short passes as their running game, to speak. A lot of high percentage passing. So that was a lot of it too. But Russell Wilson definitely looks like he's tuned in. He is not the Russell Wilson of last year. Russell Wilson Inc. is dead. He is back to being a football player. My guy, Fuck Pack, here for that content. Raiders, salute to the GOAT. Hit them likes and pay your bar tabs. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. LV, Raiders, 67. The D gave up 16 points. 16 if you take away the boneheaded mistakes, and they would have had a great game. It was good, though, man. Now, that's great. And see, this is the thing for me, man. It is imperative that the Raiders build on this experience here. And it's good to build on a game that comes with a win behind it. Like last year, you know, offense looked explosive, and we turned the ball over, and we lost the game. And you know, it was a debacle, and we were wondering why we lost, and we should have won and everything. It's a good feeling starting off the season in the win category, man. AC was behind enemy lines last night, and Raider Nation was everywhere, baby. Shout out to AC. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I think Tyree Wilson was staying home a lot and gambling on Russell Wilson scrambling from the pocket while Max Bull Rush was quick. See, this is what I think needs to happen with this Raider defense, right? If you don't think that Tyree Wilson is getting off the ball fast enough as a rookie, right? We do have space for him in the middle of this defense. Put him at defensive tackle and get a push for the guys on the outside. Have Kuntz at one end, have Crosby at another end, and put that kid on the defensive line, man, right up in the front. Axe 5, wasted. A win is a win, but Bennett got work. Hopefully, it's just a matter of experience. Now, see, Axe, a lot of that was bad refereeing. I don't think that Jakobi Bennett got work at all. I think I'm very, very hopeful and happy about what I saw from Jakobi Bennett. I think it's just a little rookie mistakes, man. Just little rookie mistakes, man. Hand placement, stuff like that. But I think Jakobi Bennett looked great yesterday, man. My guy, Darth, what it is, bro. Jimmy looked good. I'm hoping the offense can push the ball downfield just a bit more. Can't really remember a deep throw attempt. I was also about 5 deep and 3 bids before the game started, and that's a fact, bro. That is a freaking fact, man. You know, that if there's any criticism that I can levy against Jimmy, and it's not really criticism, it's just something that I would like to see going forward. I like to see Jimmy Garoppolo throw the ball out of the field, just like you said, bro. I just want people to understand that it is an option. I don't want everybody to cheat up close and stuff and to try to cut off everything underneath because they think that's all we can do. I want him to make people pay, you know, over the top so they back off and it opens things up, yo. Yo, and this just in, I mean, I know you guys heard earlier today, my guy Bambino, thank you for the comment. We have just signed Jordan Willis to the practice squad. So basically what that's telling you is that, yo, they understand and they know that they need to bring another defensive end / defensive tackle in here, man. Yo, shout out to my guy Graf in the place to be. Graf, shout out to you, my guy. My dog Top Beats. Where was Nichols? Big disappointment. He looks the same as last year, bro. It's one game, though. It's one game, Top. And to be honest with you, man, the only way you could really make that assessment, bro, is if you get some all-22 film. Because he's in the interior of the defense, man. So you could probably miss some of the stuff he was doing. Now, did he get after Russell Wilson? No. But was he probably a deep disruptive force? Let's see. We got to look at the snap counts, though. My guy, JVG, with the 499 holla. Thank you for keeping the lights on at Raider Nation Unlimited. We got almost 500 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted, man. When it comes to Tyree Wilson, I get it. It's his first game. But the last one off the ball is concerning. You can't teach twitch. I hope I'm wrong. We need him. Bro, look, I'm on the same sheet of music as you, JVG. I'm on the same sheet of music. The thing is that what you have to do is you have to put Tyree Wilson in scenarios and situations that lines up with his skill set. Listen, if Tyree Wilson is not quick off the ball, then listen, if he's not a defensive end, then move him inside. Make him a Justin Tuck kind of defensive end. Justin Tuck really played primarily defensive tackle. He was the guy that could play outside. People are saying Byron Young could be that guy. But if Tyree Wilson could be that Justin Tuck kind of guy, he could be your rush defensive tackle. That'd be great as well. All the talking heads talked about the what the donkeys did wrong and talk about what we did right. We can see the look on their faces. Eat some bad crow. Pineapple, that is a damn fact. Yo, let me tell you, man. These media pundits, man, they act like somebody is behind them, behind the scenes, telling them never to say anything positive about the Raiders. It is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, man. I don't understand it, man. Just call it like you see. Like, I don't understand why people thought that a bad Broncos team was just going to get completely better and just dog walk the Raiders just because a coach came through the door. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, man. RJ, at Wasted, do you think Jacobs was sluggish for missing the offseason, or was it the Broncos defense? I think it was a little bit of both. I don't think Jacobs was sluggish. What I think was he didn't have any room to run, bro. I think that, Parham and Andre James was getting blown up all day. They got to improve their play, man. They have to improve their play. You cannot win with Josh not being able to get out there and get those rush lanes open. And then I know that the Denver Broncos is one of the better defenses in the league, and the Denver Broncos fully expected us to try to run the ball down their throat. Vance Joseph is a very, very, very aggressive play caller. And also, you got to give the Broncos props. The free agent moves that they made have seemed to pay off. Mike McGlinchey seems like he's a better version of himself playing with the Denver Broncos. They weren't talking positive about Payton's decision to onside kick at the beginning of the game. See, this is the thing. This is who Sean Payton is, right? Take it or leave it. But what I find I find that symbolism of showing that he has, he's a ballsy head coach and stuff. I feel like that's the kind of stuff right there, bro, that loses you games. I think that's the kind of stuff that kind of, makes you look like a has-been. That was very, very, Bush League, I think. First game of the season, man, come on. It's one thing if you coming out and you feel like you can't move the ball and it's a Super Bowl or something like he did against the, because they couldn't move the ball. I'm sorry, guys, I'm yawning. They could move the ball in the Super Bowl, the Saints and the Indianapolis Colts. The thing was, it was a shootout, and you were giving Peyton the ball back. So I get why he did it. But in the first game of the season, I would have never done that, man. But, hey, man, that's his job, man. Hey, Wasted. Nice to see ESPN call us underdogs after 6 wins straight. Still beat them. Jimmy was a better QB up on the center. Man, that's a fact, bro. Gil M. Carr doesn't win that game. And, you could be right, bro. You could be right. I don't think he does either, man. That's the difference. Games like that are the difference between us being a basement-dwelling team last year and making the playoffs. My dog Chuck Taylor. McDaniels specifically touched on this. Right. The play callers were the worst, acting like we needed coaching up from the booth. Hey, man, listen, bro. Look, you guys know that the drive-by media hates the Raiders, and the hate still continues, and we love it, man. Let's embrace it, man. Let's embrace that shit, man. Wasted, does it seem like McDaniels is serious about a run this year? Yes. Bro, everybody is fighting for their life, bro. Nobody's trying to tank. People out there trying to win, bro, especially the Raiders. This is just win baby around here, man. It's time, bro. It is time. Wasted. What's good, fam? Watching the Bills game today to see how their defense works. Short week for them. We can have the upper hand. Look, you never have the upper hand when you're going from west to east and playing in that East Coast time zone. It's a weird, weird feeling. That jet lag feeling is hard to shake. It is very, very hard to shake. Every time I go west, when I come back, it takes me a couple of days to get back on kilter. So I hope Josh McDaniels leaves to get to that Bills game a lot earlier, man, so that, the Raiders team can get acclimated to being on the East Coast. You know what I mean? But let's get back to some grades, right? Offensive line. I give the offensive line a C minus, man. They did very, very well in pass protection. They did so good in pass protection, man, that Jimmy Garoppolo didn't even look like he played. His jersey was clean as hell. I love that. The thing is with Josh, man, Josh couldn't get anything rolling. People are asking, is it because Josh is rusty? I think it's more to do with the fact that the offensive line were not opening any holes up. I mean, he rarely had a clean backfield. Rarely had a clean backfield. But I give the offensive line a C, man. I give them a C because that run game is crucial, and they have to get this thing going. The run game is what opens everything up because let me tell you something. If you don't have the threat of Josh Jacobs, I think one of the only ways we can get the ball down the field and drive the ball down the field by throwing deep is to have it come off of play action passes. So the play action pass caveat of this offense is a huge, huge thing going forward, especially in the Earnhardt Perkins system. You need a guy that can be back in that pocket, that can stand and deliver that football deep. Yeah, I give him a C minus. What do you give him, Max Breezy? I give him a C minus, and I tell you why. Because the run game was non-existent. That is a huge, huge part of what we got going on. It's a huge part of what we got going on. I saw them getting dominated at points. Yes, I did. I give them a C minus. Now, they played well. They kept Jimmy relatively clean. A lot of that, too, is because Jimmy has the ability to move in the pocket without taking off and running, too, man. Jason Marshall. Bolden coughed up the ball in that onside kick. Thankfully, it's a legal touch. Yeah, man. Yo, I don't want to hear this special team ace crap. This joker missed a damn fumble, man. It's ridiculous, bro. Freaking-ridiculous, man. Yo, you need to realize we beat the Broncos 7 straight times with Carr at QB. The real test is the Bills. Bro, the real test is the rest of the season, man. I'm not going to really touch on the Bills today. We're going to let that breathe. We're going to unpack that. So, I mean, let's really get into yesterday. So let me ask y'all a question, man. Who was somebody that you guys were looking to get involved in a game plan yesterday that you guys didn't see enough of and you're not satisfied? And I'm going to tell you the one guy for me that I didn't see enough of, and now I'm very, 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 very worried about getting him back acclimated and becoming a part of his offense. We're going to need him because Jakobi Meyers is in the concussion protocol. I would tend to believe that Jakobi Meyers is done for like a week or two. But the way he got his bell wrong. It's the optics to put him back on the field, the way the National Football League is trying to repackage everything, do not look good. But the guy that I wanted to see that kind of let me down a little bit, man, was Hunter Renfrow, man. Hunter Renfrow, man. I thought Hunter Renfrow would be perfect for this offense. It is looking like he doesn't fit what they do. And I just don't understand it. Maybe it's from like him running precision routes, or I don't know, but I don't understand why the Hunter Renfrow thing has not worked. It's ridiculous, man. My guy Matthew Marinovich, the brother of Todd Marinovich. Yo, he says Hunter Renfrow needs to show up. He damn sure does. He damn sure does. Bro, listen, I'm not in the business of criticizing guys in the National Football League to a point where I'm trying to be malicious or anything like that because they're doing something that I could never do. But Hunter Renfrow, the last past year or two has not looked great. And listen, now he is no longer the third option if Jakobi Meyers is not playing. He will become effectively the number 2 offense, guy in pass protection. I'm sorry. I'm a little loopy, guys. I'm so tired from work. I think I need a cup of coffee or something out this piece, man. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I got to call my reinforcements. I got to call one of my kids or my woman to make me some damn coffee. I need it. I am dragging here, man. Let me see. You said he's slow. Renfrow and Mayer, the fly wonderful Lisa Dell is in the place. They needed to be more involved with this offense. Spread the ball around. Now, let me ask you guys a question too, man. Besides that question, I'm going to read the rest of these, and I got something for y'all a little later, man. Renfrow is too good to not be a factor of healthy, and he looks like he's healthy. Beck, he looks like he's healthy, bro. Pippen ain't easy. Shout out to Pippen ain't easy. Hunter Renfrow doesn't throw the ball. Hunter Renfrow has 0 targets. That's a fact. But was he open though? Because it don't look like Jimmy got a problem spreading the ball around, man. Anish Mehta, who do I got versus Bills versus the Jets? I got the Jets winning that one. With the points too. But I think Josh McDaniels is going to unleash everything against the Bills. He's holding the cards too close to his chest. Listen, I think if Josh McDaniels could have unleashed something yesterday, he would have. These games count. Ain't nobody holding anything back like we that much better than the Denver Broncos, Lees. Renfrow was barely in, and when he was, Jimmy didn't target him. Renfrow was wide open for a touchdown in the last play, but it didn't matter because Jimmy got the first down to seal the game. Darth Raider. If JMD is an offensive genius, he could scheme Hunter, Adams, Mayer open. I'm just saying. Bro, it's game one, bro. It is game one. And the thing about Michael Mayer, man, Michael Mayer, let's give him a player grade. Michael Mayer, to me, gets a solid D from the way he was getting manhandled and does not understand the blocking scheme. Michael Mayer did not play well yesterday from a blocking standpoint. And if he's not blocking, you really can't throw him the damn football. My guy, Big Time Willie, man, shout out to you, man. Thank you, bro. DeAndre Carter and Renfrow can have 8+ TDs each. That's a fact, man. I hope they do. They seem to be really high on DeAndre Carter. I thought he was just a straight-up special teams guy, man, but they have been using him a lot, man. Yo, my God, thank you. Quadre Shamshadeen, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the $20 super, man. It keeps the lights on at Raider Nation Unlimited, man. It is greatly, greatly appreciated over here, bro. Appreciate you, man. Jason619, he says the Raiders targeted 8 players. Why would he hold back from throwing the Renfrow unless he wasn't open? And that's a fact. Now, I'm hoping this week we get a heavy dose of Trey Tucker, and I hope they bring in Wilkerson too. It looks like Christian Wilkerson is going to be the guy that fills in for Jakobi Meyers. It's looking like that. Are people expecting 1,000 yards from a rookie tight end? Come on, it ain't happening. And normally, it takes a tight end a good year to get out there and get acclimated to the NFL game, and then they normally take off. You know, I think Michael Mayer is going to have some decent plays this year, big plays, but do I think he's going to take the league by storm this year? I don't think so. I think it's just Russ, game one, and the Broncos were a lot better than people thought. Let's tell it how it is. And yo, Jonathan Pena, they're not better than what I thought. You guys have heard me all week say that this is going to be a tough, tough game. You remember that? Wasted Ben told you. Yo, this is a tough, tough game, man. That's a stone cold lead pipe fact. That team got a lot freaking better, man. A lot better. And yo, Eric Vincent Carbone, I did not forget. We are still giving grades out, sir. The dean of Raider Nation is giving grades out. And were we giving grades to Nate Hobbs? Nate Hobbs got a B+. Nate Hobbs was all over the field. Nate Hobbs was essentially, from being in a slot corner, he was essentially like our linebacker down there. I love the way Nate Hobbs plays with reckless abandon. He looks like he's back. He doesn't look like he missed a step from last year, man. Nate Hobbs, man. Jay Bravo. Renfrow is the third option. So if the first two are wide open, no need to throw him the ball. And that's a fact. The thing is, at this point, with Jakobi Meyers being in the concussion protocol and just me watching the way he got hit, he's going to be out a minimum of this week, bro. A minimum. He's not going to just go out there and just, shake this off and play. I don't think the league is going to allow him, man. That was a scary, scary hit. And you see what the NFL does, man. As soon as guys get their bell rung like that, they go right to commercial, man. What about Greg Van Roten? He did it. Greg Van Roten was the best offensive lineman on the field yesterday. Greg Van Roten was excellent. And that is why me circling and red circling Dylan Parham in his second year is fully, fully valid. Because all them jailbreaks was coming from over there. Ricky 2 times. Jimmy would get more comfortable with all these guys and vice versa. I think we're going to have more options as the season goes on. This is the good thing. The Raider equinox is upon us. My guy, man, Joseph Allen, man, thank you for the $20 super chat, man. Thank you for keeping the lights on here at Raider Nation Unlimited, man. It's greatly appreciated. You're wasted. Big fan. How do you feel about Peterson? Do you think he's showing old age? I think Peterson yesterday, man, played a decent game. I think he was showing old age the last few years. And I think that for us to expect Marcus Peterson to return to form and play the way that he did a few years ago is crazy. You know, after the kind of injuries he's had, that is not something that normally happens. It is not something that normally happens, man. You know, Marcus Peterson is another year older, another year wiser, but we have to use him on a pitch count. We got to use him in the right scenario. But he didn't give up any big plays. You know, he had a penalty or whatever. But, you know, I think Marcus Peterson played well. I just think you can't get so wrapped up in his production and not have a contingency plan because he might not make it through the whole season or he might get beat bad because you know how he is, man. He's a big risk, big reward guy. My guy, James Lillard. Salutations wasted. What did you think of Diablo? I gave Diablo a B+. Diablo was excellent yesterday. He was, to me, the defensive MVP. Played freaking excellent. Oh, my goodness. My guy, Christian Perez. Thank you for the $20 super chat, man. It's greatly appreciated over there at Raider Nation Unlimited. What's your prediction for Buffalo this week? Christian Perez, please don't make me give my prediction right now. I haven't seen Buffalo play. I want to hold that off a little to the later in the week. It's still Monday. We got to see what our injury report looks like. But all things being equal, Raiders, Buffalo, I see that being a tough one, man. I see it being a tough one because if Josh Allen runs the football the way he normally does, I think we got some problems once he gets out and gets around two guys. We would have a lot of problems, man. My guy, Raider Dame, thank you for the $10 super, man. It is greatly appreciated, man. Thank you. Divine Diablo had some good plays. He swatted the ball down in the red zone, and the Broncos took 3 points. That was the play that sealed the deal for me, man. He definitely played well, man. My man, Gunsmoke. The league couldn't take the PR if they allowed him to play and something happened, and that's a fact, man. That's a fact. So you best believe, you know, Jakobi Meyers for like a week, maybe two, is happy trails. The league is not letting that man play. Gunsmoke. Yep, that's right. Just another DJ. I was looking for Renfro to get involved with the passing game. It's only week 1, so I won't trip. I was too, bro, but I think it's not enough footballs around for 2 wide receivers of the caliber of Myers and Jacobs. And then you got me washing. I mean, you got me up in here like showing how some of these guys are washed out. You know what I mean? Some of these guys, oh my God. What the hell? I tell you, like a brain fart. What the hell is going on with me, man? I am freaking tired, man. I'm messed up here. I got to get my coffee. What the hell is going on, man? What the hell is going on here? What is going on, man? I think I need to go sit.
Angry man, what you doing here? Man, sit your ass down.
I need to go sit my ass down. I need some coffee immediately. I need some coffee. I have to call Mrs. Wasted Talent, man. I'm up here like going on tangents and stuff. I need a cup of coffee terribly. Listen, you guys, hold on. I am calling the wife right now. Honey?
Yes, babe.
Could you please make me a cup of coffee?
Okay, I got you.
Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. I am doing terrible on the air right now. Thank you. My wife, shout out to the wifey, man. Say, get this man a barista. Yo, listen, I got a whole house full of baristas up here. I got both of my daughters and my wife. Somebody need to get me a damn cup of coffee up in here, man. Look, I can't give you no pep talk from Gruden right now. Your man Wasted had a rough day at work today, man. My guy Sultan is in a place, man. Tillery had a bad penalty, but came back with a monster sack. Now, see, Ricky 2 times. This is my problem with Jerry Tillery. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but we're going to get this thing right here. My problem with Jerry Tillery is never like the ability. The ability is off the charts. He's a first-round pick. My problem with Jerry Tillery is the fact that His football IQ is freaking terrible. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. He's got to get it together, man. He's got to get it together, man. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, some of the penalties from that guy in the most inopportune times, he has got to get it together, man. And I don't know how Josh McDaniels does that, because at this point, you have to play Jerry Tillery at this point. I never thought that Jerry Tillery was going to be like a key cog to this defense. But at this point, the way Tyree Wilson is playing, it feels like Jerry Tillery and Tyree Wilson are going to have to switch sides. They're going to have to line up Tyree Wilson until he starts figuring out a lot in between the guard and in between the center. They're going to have to, because it doesn't seem like he gets off the ball fast enough. My guy, Tillery's penalty was bad, but Luke's was effing horrible. That's a fact, man. I mean, Luke, he lost control of his body. It happens. We got to make sure it doesn't happen again. The one thing, though, about the penalties, man, I'm going to look at it from this prism, man, and I hope that this is an aberration. This is not what goes on forward in the beginning of the season, man. It is time for Josh McDaniels, and I know he's a guy who pays attention to detail. He's a disciple of Bill Belichick. We need to bring, if there's anything about the Patriot way I want it to be brought to the Raiders, I wanted the Raiders to be a clean football team as it pertains to penalties. We have routinely, in the last, 50, 60 years, have led it's ridiculous how many times we've led the league in penalties. We need to clean that up, man. We need to clean that up. A-sibbity sap, because we're not a good enough football team to overcome the referees and ourselves. We can't. And that was the one thing I wanted Josh McDaniels to bring to his team. It does not seem to be happening right now, man. Wasted talent unlimited, man. Did you know we were 10-point underdogs against the Bills? I haven't looked at the lines yet, but I can imagine. So the Bills are a team that some people have about to compete for a Super Bowl. Make no mistake about it. The media does not believe in the Raiders. We got to make them believers, man. Yeah. I saw that, yo. I saw that. Yo, they said that the Bolts had AI bots dressed as fans. That's creepy as hell, man. What kind of iRobot bull crap is that, man? Yo, but that goes to show you, they had to make up fans. That's how terrible the Chargers fan base is, man. They're terrible. They suck, man. My guy Chuck Taylor, getting back to what I just said, rewatch the press of the day. He kept stressing, do your job. Patriot way rhetoric. That is a fact. That is a fact. Listen, if you're going to bring anything over here, bring it over here then. Bring it on over. Oh, my God. Julio Jones with the smack. Oh, my God. Warm it up, Julio Jones. He says, we have 2,635 penalties since 2002. Is that true? About 400 more than the second team, which is the Cardinals. Holy crap. Is that true, Julio? Cite your source, Julio Jones. But I believe you, my brother. I believe you, man. I mean, so what are we going to be doing? They're going to have rubber dolls in the stands next week at SoFi Stadium? I mean, what a jabroni fan base the Bolts are. I can't listen. You know. Thank you, baby. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I got it, baby. Thank you. Come on, I got it. Go. Let go. I got it. Thank you. Appreciate it, babe. Thank you. But I'm telling you, man, it's ridiculous, man. They might have some rubber dolls or something. But yo, let me get into this, man. Look, we got to give some raw numbers here. I'm just here rambling. I got my coffee. I think I'm going to be ready to go. Oh, my God. Let me bring up some numbers here, man. Y'all gotta bear along with the kid, man. Tired as hell, man. But we had some several dynamic performances yesterday, man. Jimmy Garoppolo had a productive day yesterday, man. He was 70%, completed 70% of his passes, 200 yards. He had a 107.9 quarterback rating. Shout out to Jimmy Garoppolo. Crosby logged the sack on Russell Wilson in the second quarter. He has now collected 12 and a half sacks against the Broncos. He is a Bronco killer in his career, man. Additionally, Josh Jacobs, man. Josh Jacobs was out there. He didn't do so well yesterday. I say you could look for Josh Jacobs to play a lot better going forward this week, man. What happened? They said they gas and wasted up at home. What y'all talking about, yo? What you talking about, bro? yes, Mrs. Teller is saving the show. Yes, she is saving the show. Appreciate her, man. She's always saving my ass. Ever since back in the day, man. My guy Julio Jones, it's true. Yo, holy crap. 2,800 since 2000. Oh my God, that's a lot of freaking penalties, man. I mean, do you guys think it's a concerted effort by the refs to call penalties just in the Raiders? Or do you think it's because of the bad coaching that we've had since 2000? What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think, man? My guy, Joseph Allen. I meant to say Peters, long day at work. My bad. Don't worry about that, Joseph Allen. It's my fault because guess what? Wasted was I don't know what the hell happened to me right there. I had like a fatigued brain fart or something like that. It's ridiculous. My guy, 808 Raider, the ghost of Pete Rozelle is still haunting us. Hell, they may have a AI Pete Rozelle calling out a hit on the Raiders, man. This shit is crazy, man. Jimmy's pocket awareness was something else. And that's the thing, bro. Let's get into that. Now, guys, the thing that you're going to get with Jimmy Garoppolo going forward this season, if we can keep him clean, is what you're going to get is you're going to get a guy who has guts. You're going to get a guy that extends drives. You're going to get a guy who puts the ball in good places. You're going to get a guy who's careful with the football. He had a bad interception trying to make something happen in the red zone, but he made up for it, played an excellent game. Nate Hobbs is a guy I haven't gotten into yet. Nate Hobbs had a terrific game yesterday. Nate Hobbs is back. They should never move him out of the slot. He needs to stay right there where he's at. The nickel corner, whatever. He needs to stay right where he belongs, man. Sorry, y'all. Lisa Dell. DC fans are even impressed by him, EG, because they know exactly what the hell they was lacking. Their beloved QB over the last few years. Awareness, leadership, confidence, and a dog. Look, I don't want to make this about Derek Carr or Jimmy Garoppolo, right? The two things can be true. And I'm gonna put a neat little bow on this because you got some content creators who have Derek Carr's junk so far up there, they're freaking, it's ridiculous. They're not even like, and it's crazy to me, bro, because like I don't really comment on other guys, man. I worry about what I got going on. I really don't really care about these other dudes and what they do and their viewpoint of football. That's why I have my own show, right? I like to talk my shit. And I like to give my opinion about what's going on. And I hope that you guys respect my opinion, right? But the one thing that we can't have in Raider Nation is we can't have people here that are claiming that they are fans of this team and they love the nation, they support the nation. And then you guys go in there and you support them and you watch these guys and you send them money and all of this stuff to support their channels. And they have an ulterior motive to try to push a narrative over a player who is no longer here. Listen, two things could be true. Was everything Derek's fault? No, it was not. Everything was not Derek's fault. Could the organization have been better around him in some ways? Yes. But to be honest with you, man, they gave him enough rope to go out there, and they gave him enough ammunition to be successful, and it didn't work, and it was time. He needed a fresh start, and we needed a fresh start. And, we might not go to the Super Bowl this year. Hopefully we do. We want to know, right? They want to know, right? But be that as it may, at this point, bro, it's irrelevant. He's where he is, and we got Jimmy, and Jimmy's a guy that's going to come in here and run the offense the way Josh McDaniels sees fit. And that's all we can ask for. So if Jimmy doesn't play well and Josh McDaniels falls on his face, now our questions have been answered. We know that Josh might not be the guy for this job. I think he is, right? But if that does happen, our question and answer, we have no questions in our minds. We know what time it is. We know the Raiders will need to move on and try to draft a quarterback of the future. And then maybe we might need to move on from the coach, right? But if you keep playing this game where you don't know and you got to shit or get off the pot. Sometimes you got to make tough decisions to win, man. It doesn't always happen in a comfortable manner in the way you want it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I am going to put a bow in that. Enough of this. Garoppolo was the guy for us, and it's looking like on both sides of the aisle, everybody needed change. Shout out to the guy down the dial that you know what I'm saying? Not down the dial, but down the NFL dial. Shout out to DC. Shout out to him. But I have no business with him. I'm not watching his games, and I don't care what happens to him. He doesn't play for us anymore. I'm here to support Jimmy Garoppolo in this current Raider team. And that's it. And if you do anything less than that and you claim to be a Raider, don't hit me with that crap. You ain't no Raider, man. You ain't no Raider when you do stuff like that. You ain't no freaking Raider, man. It's the past, bro. It's the past. And to be honest with you guys, is you guys have to choose the people that you are out here supporting, bro. You gotta take people to task for stuff like this, bro. And that's it. From now on, yo, we are going back to my rule here in this show. No more C word on this show. Rami Winter, appreciate you. No more C word. F him. He's no longer here. We have nothing to talk about when it comes to that man. You don't gotta love McDaniels, but he's our coach. Just give us a constant improvement, and I'll pull for the guy. And that's the thing, Raider Dave. I don't want to go and rug pull a guy that's in the middle of building something. We always wanted things to be built the right way. Now it's being built the right way. And then people say that we turn a blind eye to everything that he does. And that's not what it is. We don't turn a blind eye. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let this thing take shape. I'm going to let this thing take shape, man. I'm going to let it take shape. You know what I mean? You got to give this thing a chance to kind of blossom here, man. So, guys, when we talk about giving grades, the tight end room yesterday, the tight end room gets a flat D, a D. The tight end room gets a D. They didn't really do much. The Austin Hooper was okay. Michael Mayer's a rookie. I don't expect a whole lot out of him. So we're going to give them a D. We're going to put that in the back burner. The running back room. Josh Jacobs, I gotta give him a C. I gotta give Josh a C, and I gotta give Zamir White a freaking F. I haven't seen this guy gain positive yards in a regular season game in a long damn time. What the hell is going on here? Raider Squid, why do you think Jimmy didn't spread the ball around? Surprise, 0 catches from Renfro. A lot of that is, some of the passing concepts. They were trying to get the football out of their hands fast. There was a lot of underneath routes. That Denver defense is a lot better than you guys are giving them credit for. They have a great, great secondary. They got young linebackers. They got young guys all over the field flying all around. I just think a lot of the magic of what happens with Renfro is not running precision routes. It's more so playing like off schedule. I don't know if he has that kind of chemistry with Garoppolo. I think he'll develop it. Hunter Renfro's always been like that. My guy, thank you, bro. 400 plus in the chat to support our brother Wasted for that good content. Appreciate you, bro. Zeus has lost his trident. That is a damn fact. Yeah, Zeus, man. I don't know why the hell they call him Zeus, man. They did call him Kid Icarus from, something. His wings must have melted. I don't know what the F is going on with him. Zamir had a 2-yard run and a nice catch up the sideline for context. JJ averaged 2.5 yards per carry. Yeah, but T, come on, bro. Come on, bro. The thing for me is that, like, where we picked Zamir White and how we've been featuring him and talking about him in Raider Nation, I need to see more from that young kid. I need to see more from that kid. They need to stop calling him Zeus. They need to stop calling him Zeus, man. It's time. Shout out, yo. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all just want to come on and talk some Raider football, man. And I want to give shout out to all the people who lost their lives, all the people who were affected by September 11th, 2001, the Twin Towers. I mean, I live in the tri-state area. I know and have been affected by that. There was a lot of people that, you know, that I know who was affected by that. They lost relatives. You know, shout out to everybody who was affected by that, man. God bless them. God bless their souls. I don't want to come on the air and forget about that. I want to, I know we talk football here. We don't get into politics. We don't get into theology, any of that stuff, man. But it's crazy, man, that it's been so long, man. It's been 22 years, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, I remember when that junk happened, bro, like yesterday. I thought it was a movie. Man. And it's crazy how, like, now it's like this, man, it's crazy how now, like, they have this, it's like, it's become like almost like Pearl Harbor. Like, I remember when they would talk about Pearl Harbor when I was growing up, right? And it seemed like it was such ancient history, bro. And now it's like we live through stuff like that. And it just seems surreal, man. And everything from that moment on has changed in this world. You know what I mean? Everything has changed, man. It's just, man, it was so surreal. It was crazy, man. And now if you look at it now, look at how much the world has changed. Look how much the world has changed, man. I think that was the time in America where we really lost our innocence, man. We lost our innocence, man. And it's sad, man. But shout out to everybody who was affected by that. And, hey, man, God bless America, right? Greatest country in the world. My guy Gunsmoke. I signed and joined the Marines. There's a lot of people, a lot of my buddies. I got buddies who, went over there and lost their lives or went over there and enlisted and then came back. And then, I got one of my best friends. He did 5 tours over there. He came back. And his kidneys, I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on over there, but he was home very, very briefly. He had an issue with his kidneys and he died. He was only home. He did 5 tours. He was only home for like a month and died. Ridiculous, man. Pimpin' easy. Old heads like me and you remember that shit. Smoking that morning swisher when that shit hit. Wow, bro, it was crazy. I remember walking past the TV. I thought it was a trailer for a new movie, bro. I thought it was a trailer for a new movie, bro. I thought it was I just went on about my business, and then I was out there moving and shaking, and everybody stopped. And then, I looked because you could see it. Like, where I live, you could see it burning. You could see it burning. I looked and I could see the Twin Towers burning, bro. It was crazy, bro. Crazy. I will never, ever, ever forget that, man. Ever. My guy Jason Marshall, 6th grade for me, a couple of years prior to Columbine. I lived a handful of miles away. Yeah, Columbine happened before the Twin Towers. I remember that too, man. That was crazy, man. Crazy. We got young men and women serving that were born after 9/11. I know, Squid. Squid is crazy, right? How old, like everything. It's insane, man. What was you doing September 11th back in 2001? Being from New York, wasted. Hey, man, being from Jersey, I was out there moving and shaking, bro. About to get at it in the morning, bro. My wife was me and my wife. I think we would. I don't know. We was like officially dating, but she was kicking it at my place. I got up to to go get at it, getting ready to go work, and went to work. Got there, and TV was going, and there I'm thinking it's a movie trailer, bro. Crazy, man. Big Mike said that I happened my first day of high school. Yeah, I was a grown up when that happened, Big Mike. Thank you for making me feel old, Mike. Appreciate you, man. Bully face, man. Thank you for the 499 super, man. Hoping Tyree doesn't turn out like another Robert Gallery pick. We got to draft and develop better. Shout out to Wasted. Bully face, I don't think so. I think that this organization is smart enough to know to transition him. He's too good of an athlete to not find a way to make his skill set work. And the thing about Robert Gallery that people miss, and I'm going to say this, and we're going to stop talking about this. Robert Gallery turned out to be a pretty damn good guard. He wasn't what we thought. He wasn't the shutdown left tackle, Pro Bowl left tackle, but he turned out to be a pretty damn good guard, man. So I was just eating cereal and watching the second tower fall live. It was crazy. I know, man. Ridiculous, man. Simplify today. Blah, blah. What up, Wasted? Thank you for the moment, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Simplify today. Wait, hold up. Greatest country in the world, except the 400 years of slavery, segregation. Other than that, it's cool. Listen, and look, I understand all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not missed on me as a black man. You know, I know the history of this world, this country very, very deeply. But there isn't a place on this earth currently in this time that I'd rather be, right? Because you know the thing about America, what makes it great, it's not the fact that it's always great. And it's not the fact that, you know what I'm saying, right? But the thing is, there's some countries in the world where you are born into your circumstances and you do not have the ability to work your way out of your circumstances. America is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. At least we could pursue happiness here in America. At least this is the only country in the world, one of the only countries in the world where you could start off very, very poor and wind up very, very rich, you know, in a few years. The opportunity is there for you if you grasp it. The opportunity is always there for you if you hustle. The opportunity is there for you if you keep the right mindset. That's what makes America great. To me, you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it great, that you have the opportunity. Damn, Ronnie Reed, that was damn, yo, you was in the fourth grade. Damn, you made me feel, oh my God. You guys are making me feel old, man. Joseph Allen, thank you for the $20 super chat, man. I really, really appreciate that, man. What up, fan? God bless us all. East Coast. That's a fact, man. I was unable to pass the military physical at age 16. I had my middle finger reconstructed, considered as a trigger finger. I have family members and friends in all branches. Shout out to my guy, Jason Marshall, man. The most tragic experience I hope we all ever experience. Love all. We are all brothers and sisters. Love you all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate this community, man. My guy, Joseph Allen. I was in Afghanistan when the Raiders played Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. I should have went to bed, but it played at 2:30 in the morning. Retired in 2015. God bless the infantry, man. God bless, man. I was driving to work when I heard on the radio, and I still remember to this day. It was a cool, sunny morning. I remember it like yesterday. Yeah, me too, brother. Me too, man. That's a legacy statement, my brother. Our ancestors' past is not our identity, and that's a fact, man. You know, the thing about it is, man, you have to embrace that pain. You got to move on and make sure that pain and suffering was not in vain. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it, man. Yes, we are ordinary people. We can do extraordinary things. That's a fact, man. Yo, man, thank you. You know, I just wanted to talk to everybody. You know, it was on my mind. I got my coffee now. I'm all hyped up. This might have not been my best show, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I love all of y'all, man. Y'all go enjoy the game. It's currently almost 8:30. You know what I mean? The game is starting up now, man. Y'all enjoy that Buffalo game. Hopefully those jabronis get beat because we'll be playing them. You know what I mean? I would like them to be, coming off of a loss so we can go there and smoke their asses, man. And I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Yo, my guy, Chuck Taylor, real quick before I go, man. I was laying next to my girl and Carl Thomas on the radio. Breaking news turn. Yo, that Carl Thomas album was on repeat, man. Listen, man. I had that Carl Thomas album playing like crazy back then. I think like crazy, man. My guy Ferris Johnson, great show Wasted, man. Y'all say that, man. Look, man, love all y'all, man. I appreciate that, man. But yo, man, short week for the Buffalo Bills when we playing, man. Hopefully the Jets beat them up nice and soften them up for the Raiders so we can come in and go 2-0 and keep at top of the AFC West, man. Love all of y'all, man. Shout out to all of y'all. We're going to be going live all week, man. We got some great things coming at y'all, man. Much love, much respect. Love every single one of y'all, man. Y'all have a great night, man. We're going to go watch this game, man. And y'all already know, man, I'm not even going to do it today, man. Yeah, I got to do it.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
We got a whole lot higher, man. We in the control of the AFC West week 1. Let's keep up with it, man. Love every single one of y'all, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Peace.